Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Yeah, thank you.
It's awesome.
The offensive linemen are running right now. We'll be able to watch the big guys kind of do their thing. So today is Friday at the Combine.
The goal is to build and sustain a winning tradition, and that's what our long-term objective is.
Welcome to Cleveland, big boy.
How you doing?
All right, you all right?
I'm all right, baby. You?
Doing good?
Yeah, I'm you. He's excited just like I am, just like the town is.
Look like a reality show, huh?
Does it feel any different as a head coach, or is it all the same?
No, but those nights are going to be longer because I sit in on all the interviews now. So the nights will be longer, but other than that, no. I always try to use this as a, an opportunity to get to know the person more than anything. See what kind of makes them tick, you know? This morning had weigh-ins and measurements. Got a little break. Went and ate some lunch. Came back, started getting ready for the press conference and the media tour, so to speak, today. Peter did a good job of lining everything up in one day so we can knock it all out and get back to business tonight with formal interviews.
Coach Kitchens?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Joe Williams, season ticket
Hey,
holder
hey,
since
Joe.
'93. Been waiting
Oh, I hear you.
been waiting for the good guys to show up.
I hear you. Well, we're here.
Everybody else, thank goodness.
Yeah.
So what's can I get a picture with you real
Yeah,
quick? Is that
yeah,
okay?
no problem.
I wish I were better looking. Been
You know,
waiting for you guys all day. All right, we'll see you in September.
Hey, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'll be in section 102 if you need me.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
I'll be down there on the field if you need me. We're in it together, right? You know, this is a relationship business from the top down. And the quicker you realize that, the more beneficial it can be as far as, your interaction with other coaches and management and players and all that kind of stuff.
From Cleveland, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm a season ticket holder.
Hey, appreciate you then.
Hey, we appreciate you, man.
Hey, how are you?
Could you sign it real big for me, like up here, and then right, if you don't wear brown and orange, you don't matter.
Can I pet him?
Sorry,
You
it's
can't?
working.
Still working. Aren't we all?
You tweeting that?
No, sent it to my daughter. She just asked me what I was doing. And then I'm going to ask her why she's on the phone during school. Hey, what's up, guys? Hang on. Well, this is an exciting time in Cleveland. We've got a lot of work to do between now. John and his staff's already been doing a lot of the work, but it's exciting in Cleveland, but we've got a lot of work to do to justify that excitement. With that, I'll take any questions. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Yeah, thank you.
It's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Settled in?
Yeah, it's just the first
most
year,
part?
just first couple of months, it's good when we get in the meeting room.
Yeah, we do the football stuff. That's what we do.
If I can just get to training camp, we'd be okay.
Exactly right.
But
Exactly
it's
right.
all this other boy. So,
I know.
But yeah. Hell, I might lean on you from time to time.
Please do. Please do. I sent you a text way back when. Go back through it.
All right, man.
Hey,
I appreciate
congratulations
you.
again.
Yeah,
I'll
thanks
shoot
a
you
lot.
a text right now, actually, so you have it.
Yeah, do that, please.
All right, will do.
I look forward to seeing you out in Arizona.
Arizona, for sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we're excited, man. It's time to change the narrative. It's been like this too long.
I love when you said that. When you said, when people come up and say, "Hey, you got 7, 8 wins. That's a great day."
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, no, that's not even close, man.
Well, it's ripe. It's ripe for you right now.
Yeah, well, we just got to do it now. But expectations are high, but
They're there.
that's what you want. You
know that.
just got to manage them. you know?
Yeah, you know, in that city too, if you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've already felt that. You know, I mean, goodness, I haven't felt that since Alabama. You know. How you doing, man? Freddie Kitchens.
Red Lewis, nice to see you.
How you doing, Bucky Brooks?
Hey, Bucky. How you doing, Freddie Kitchens?
So full disclosure, I coach high school ball back in LA.
Yeah.
Just became a head coach. And I've been pouring through your stuff, all the stuff that you guys were doing with 12 and 13 personnel.
Yeah.
Is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Max protection.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. Max
Yeah.
protection,
What about
making it very easy for the quarterback.
What about sending 2 tight ends and 3 wide receivers out there on 3rd and 1 and see what they do? First thing you're going to get is a timeout because ain't no back in the game. All right? So you're going to burn one of their timeouts. And then all you're doing is running a quarterback sneak. So hell, you can do it without the back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like really good, man, really good stuff.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good, good. How you doing, man? Good to see you. You guys hitting your stride yet, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, man? What are you doing, buddy?
Everything good?
Yeah, good, man. Good.
man.
How about you?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
All right, buddy,
hey, how you
well,
doing?
man.
Hey,
Freddie
congratulations.
Kitchens. Nice to meet you.
I knew the guy was a good guy, Mike. I mean, from the Senior Bowl a few years ago, he was hanging out with Norv Turner, who I respect and like. Bruce Arians, of course, he worked for him. We know we like Bruce. But I needed a ride to Senior Bowl practice, and I ran out of the hotel. They told me it was going to be like 20 minutes for a taxi cab. And he saw me and he saved the day and brought me to Senior Bowl practice that day. And that's where I finally learned or got to meet Freddie.
He thought you were Phil.
Yeah, it might have.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I just thought you were your dad.
If I tell you a year ago today that you'd be sitting here making the rounds today, doing press conferences, as the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, what would your reaction have been?
I would not have agreed with you. You know, it's been a big change for me personally and professionally, of course, over the last year. But I've never been more excited about anything, you know, in my life. The people in Cleveland are excited, which you know, our work starts this week to kind of lay the groundwork to make that excitement relevant.
It's the first time the organization as a whole gets to meet the respective draft class.
John Dorsey gave me a call right after the draft and said, let's wake up the sleeping giants. So we reunited, and ever since then, we've just been rolling.
The offensive linemen are running right now. We'll be able to watch the big guys kind of do their thing. So today is Friday at the Combine.
Got a nice stance. Oh, beautiful. Hey, I'm getting excited here. That first kick was just remarkable.
We get up early, and you know, now that things are starting up, you have the weigh-ins in the morning at about 7:30. Each position group will weigh in, and you know, yesterday was the offensive linemen, and today it was running backs, defensive ends, and all those guys, and that usually takes up most of the day. And then we go into interviews at night, where we'll interview up to like 10 to 12 players a night, and this will go on till probably Sunday night.
We'll look at everyone. This is kind of the cream of the crop of the draft eligible class. Obviously there'll be guys drafted that aren't, you know, slip through the cracks or whatever, but this is really the biggest information gathering tool that there is, from interviews to medicals to the on-field stuff. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. It's really valuable to our evaluation.
My goals is just simply to, you know, try to see what makes them tick, see what makes them upset, see what makes them happy, see what motivates them, see if they are motivated by anything, see if they're driven, you know, what makes them go. John and his guys have been working on these guys for probably over a year now. They've got a lot more info than we could ever imagine to get. So that's where the collaborative thing comes in, and you know, we go from there. Your boy don't know I'm messing with him, don't I?
Good morning. How's everybody? Well, what we try to do in the Cleveland Browns organization is we're going to turn over every stone. And if there's a player that can help this organization, we'll make sure we try to find him. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get better, you know, year in and year out.
How about backup?
Well, Dave, here's my cell phone over here. the first time the organization as a whole gets to meet the respective draft class. The most major benefit is the medicals that come out of this combine, but it also gives us as an organization a chance to meet these players one-on-one, find out what kind of people they are, but also when they begin to run the floor drills, you kind of get a chance to see them compete amongst their peers. You know, the game of football, last I saw, was a competitive game, and so you like to see, you know, what kind of fire drives inside of a young man when it comes time to competition.
As you go through the college process, there's a lot of players in this draft that I've been around for 2 and 3 years. I've been watching Nick Chubb since he was a freshman. I've watched Baker since he was a sophomore in college. And, you know, you go to practices, you talk to coaches. So you kind of already have a feel. Like, I knew Baker Mayfield, but I didn't know everything about him. And then as you got to know him and got to be around him, you really saw who he is and what he is. And that was probably the funnest part of last year's draft, getting to know who these guys are.
Last year was really unique from the standpoint, obviously, we can get whoever we want with one, and the secrecy with which we wanted to keep the first overall pick, and I think the main reason for that is because we also had number 4. So if we hadn't had 4, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, you know, but we had 4, picked the 2 guys we really coveted there. This year there's just more unknown.
You know, as you look back on last year's draft, there were a lot of positives, and you start looking to the future. We've got a few building blocks that we've got set in stone now with the quarterback and Nick Chubb and Denzel Ward, and you know, there's some other young kids that they're going to have a big season. I think in 2019, Avery, Chad Thomas, and you know, those kids are going to get an opportunity next year to play. And you know, you can look in the past and look to the future, but I don't think in no shape or form that we're even close to where we want to be.
The way that the system is set up and created is we approach every draft the same, and we meticulously work through all the little finer details, and just at the end, we will seamlessly make a conclusion, because at the end of the day, it's a Cleveland Browns selection. There's a lot of man hours that go involved in this thing, and you know, we will continue to kind of do our due diligence, and by the time the draft rolls around, we'll be prepared.
You go to all these workouts and they look great. They've trained for these things. Why wouldn't they look good? If they don't look good and they don't test good, then that means they're not good workers.
Freddie says if you don't wear orange and brown, you ain't one of us.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah, man, just another day. You know, it's interesting how I got into it. When I graduated from college and got done playing, I went and coached at SMU, and Ernie and Dorsey gave me a call and asked if I wanted to get into personnel. I was with the Giants for 2000 season through 2016, and then it gave me an opportunity to get reunited with Sean down in New Orleans as a national scout, and then John Dorsey gave me a call right after the draft and said, let's wake up the sleeping Giants. How you girls doing?
Doing good.
Good. It's
You
cold.
told me it wasn't a good morning today.
Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. It's just cold.
It is cold, but I mean, the Browns.
I know.
You're used to cold.
I understand that.
There's not 4 feet of snow on the ground. It's a good day. We are
Thanks,
serving breakfast for you guys
Okay.
this morning through the glass doors and to the left.
All right, great.
Okay?
Thanks, Sam.
Awesome. Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
so much.
And Mark Stoops has done a great job. There's some good stuff here. You guys put together a good team for us to look at.
Yeah, it is a good group, man. I appreciate the coverage this year. You guys did hit a lot of guys, a lot of traffic through. It was good.
We're only here because of what you put together.
Yeah.
The thing I like about the pro days is that you get the opportunity to put your hands on the players and see how they react to the adverse conditions that you're putting them through.
Where you been training, down in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Where? Okay. So we're gonna get in the 4-4s today?
I'm a 4-5 guy.
Hey, at least you're honest with yourself.
Yeah.
I like it, man. You led the SEC in tackles 2 years ago, right?
Yes, sir.
3 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Your sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Right. So I was like, damn, man, this guy legit all over the field. It's about the players, and it's about the process of the evaluation of the tape. You can go to all these workouts and they look great. They've trained for these things. Why wouldn't they look good? If they don't look good and they don't test good, then that means they're not good workers. What I tell you, in December when I came in, what you needed to work on for the combine?
Well,
your ball tracking.
Ball's good.
You showed up at the combine.
Oh yeah.
Lonnie Johnson is a big corner.
He's a big corner.
He's smooth. He's real fluid for a big corner.
It's good seeing your mom and dad, man. Is that the fiance?
Yep.
That's awesome. How far along is she?
6 months.
You gonna name him after me? Come on
I got
now.
a girl on
Come
the way.
on. All right.
I got a girl on
I can give you a girl name too now.
I'm about to get ready for this 40.
All right, man. Good luck. How you doing, Steve Malin, Director of College Scouting with the Browns, man? You heard of the Browns?
Yeah.
We're about to take this
Y'all
place.
gotta take it off right now.
Hey, ain't no doubt.
Yeah, I've been watching, I've been seeing.
Got a little swag.
Yeah. Got Odell Jarvis, Baker, Shahid.
You know our roster. You fit right in.
The goal is to build and sustain a winning tradition, and that's what our long-term objective is to build to that point, to give Freddie and his coaching staff the players necessary to have a chance to win.
I'll tell you what. About to jump.
It ain't no doubt, man. Get on the bandwagon and let's roll.
Crazy. I'm on it. His mom is a big Browns fan.
That city's dying for us to win a championship.
We have an opportunity to do something special, and I think that's important that we put together a product not only for ownership, but for the coaching staff, but most importantly for the city of Cleveland, and bring a championship back to town.
You're seeing the end results of hard work, and we stuck to the plan.
Welcome to Cleveland, big boy.
How you doing?
You all right?
I'm all right, baby. You? He's excited just like I am, just like the town is. So.
Freddie says if you don't wear orange and brown, you ain't one of us.
Understandable. Understandable.
John Dorsey joining us here on the program. Sir, there have been myriad reports of people in the streets, and police were actually called because of the things that you've done in the last week.
You're seeing the end results of hard work, and we stuck to the plan. I think we're a better football team today than we were yesterday, and that's all you can ask for.
Big boy.
How you doing?
You all right?
I'm all right, baby. You?
Doing good?
Yeah,
yes,
I'm you.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Sheldon.
How you doing, man? Good.
Yeah.
Welcome, boys.
Glad to be here.
How you doing? You guys get a chance to see everything?
Yeah.
Cushy?
Cushy.
Look at you, huh? Pretty good now. He ain't changed a bit, huh? Oh, my God. Got the cameras following you guys around. The monarch.
Yeah. He's at
I like them though.
the P. Curl edition.
Orange one too. Look at you.
Yeah, I got
You know what Freddie says, don't you? Freddie says if you don't wear orange and brown, you ain't one of us.
Understandable.
Huh?
Understandable. He's excited just like I am, just like the town is. So smart, knows what he's doing. Straight shooter. That's the only thing you can ask for in ownership. Like in front office, like seriously, like. You just want somebody to shoot you straight because there's a lot of jargon and this and that and oh, we want you, we want this, but when it's time to actually come down and make a commitment to me or to what I want and what I'm trying to do, and everybody seemed to do otherwise. He was the only one, not the only one, he was one of the ones who meant what he said.
You better get in that weight room. He still thinks he can play basketball too.
How did you discover this basketball player in Wisconsin?
We were down at Little Rock, Arkansas, and we were at the Peabody Hotel. We were sitting in the lobby. There was a gentleman who I started talking to, and we started talking. And then he goes, you know, there's a player that plays basketball at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. You know, he was an all-state wide receiver, and he could have gone anywhere in the SEC to play football. So I said, what's his name? He goes, it's Demetrius Harris. So I wrote it down on my Franklin planner, and 2 years later, it popped up on the right date of the Franklin planner. It pops it up. And now I was with Kansas City, and so I sent a scout out there to work him out because I knew he was a mid-major basketball guy. So then you send the scout there to work him out, and the guy's 6'5". He's about 250. He's running 4.53, 4.54. I mean, And I'm just going, okay, boys, we're going to sign this one as a college free agent. What he's done is phenomenal because he's gone from a basketball player to where he is today, and he's a professional football player now, and that's that's a credit to him.
Put your hat on. Look, say cheese. One, look,
cheese.
1, 2, 3.
Cheese tray.
Dorsey is my guy, man. I love Dorsey to death, man, and he the one discovered me when I was playing basketball. So I mean, he believes in me more than anybody. The loyalty with him and me is unbelievable. So I mean, I'm glad to reunite with Dorsey, and especially this program and what he's doing to this organization and bringing all these pieces in and just like you said, in 48 hours, bam, it's just like that. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Our offense is stacked, so I'm excited to work against them, and looks like the best in the league. So it'll be great to go up against the best in the league. Then it'll make Sundays easy.
I'm trying to be great. I said that I'm coming into the NFL. I still mean that to this day. Like, I was trying to find me a home. I feel like I found me one here. So you feel the intensity and the energy around here where they expected something, to want something to be done. To change the culture. If they want to do it, we can do it. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get right.
Mr. Gohan is a black German Shepherd. He's 11 weeks.
Jarvis called me before. He was like, "What you want to do?" I was like, "Let's do it." I could close my eyes right now and see LSU's meeting room, and me and Jarvis there with Coach Henry. Like, this is like deja vu.